Hello and welcome to round 3. Yeah, we're in. That works. Catalog makes a lot of hands capable that might not be otherwise. Alright, so this is probably the Delirium deck I was interested in drafting, which is a shame. I do think green-based decks, specifically Abzan-colored decks, are my favorites. And this is one of the reasons why. Like, look at this. This thing's going to hit us, and it's going to hurt. I may have to Geist Blast it. If they've got any kind of follow-up here, the game could be over. If they don't, I think we will probably be alright. We've got a 6-mana Wombo combo. This is why Shock was so good at 2 mana and is so not good at 3 mana. Alright, you can get your concoction on. That's not going to matter for a while. May as well do this now in case they got a combat trick. Just keep it dead. Like if they've got, I don't know, +2/+2 and untap it or something, may as well not take 5. Since we kind of just want to stall for a while, I'm going to run it. I'm actually more interested in the Silent Observer living than anything else. To that end, we are going to mangle, just to buy some time. If they want to kill it, that's great. If they don't, that's fine too. They'll probably kill the Arsonists, which just gives us more and more time to sit back and relax. Yeah, I kind of think I have to go with that now because Silent Observer can block Sigarda of all the stupid things. Like maybe they're legitimately scared of this. Like I guess that's kind of our hope. I can take 4. Maybe I'm going to have to look like I'm racing them or something. Because I can't do nothing about that. We can Catalog's attack with the youths. That might be scary enough to get them to do something. Like, the downside is the youths just trade with this, but I'm going to try to scare them. Because I really need the Observer to land and survive. So the question is, do I want to swing with everything? It means we're taking 7? I don't think I do. I think I want to leave back Mangly to do some blocking duty. I said duty. Because that's an easy trade for them, but if I can just get them... Come on, you know you want it dead, don't you? Like, how are you beating that guy? Interesting discard. Like, I realize they're going to swarm the ground with a bunch of stuff, but if we can just stick this Observer and hold for a little bit, long game's fine. We're just going to make as many zombies as they are other things. Did not expect to see a Stitchwing Scab get discarded. Or milled or whatever. Tenacity's good to know about. So they've got... Why would they not make another dude? I guess they value having Delirium. Alright. It all built up to this. Get observed. Silently. So we traded off a lot of our life points to get to the situation where we could resolve this guy. And if it's good enough, I think we're in pretty good shape. If they have any way to interact with it, we're probably losing the game. But I think knowing there was an onboard trick, we had to go for the Arsonist play. Sigarda's going to be a tough one for us to beat. It looks like they're black-white splashing green. Alright, yeah, as soon as they stop attacking, I feel good about our chances. Oh, I get 2 Silent Observers? Such silent, much observing. Oh, God, yeah, we're just going to do that. Look at all this observe. We can see so many things. All silently. And of note, Fiery Temper kills Sigarda. Because Geist Blast does the thing. And when we finally make zombies, they're gonna be bigger than our opponent's zombies. Alright, I mean, that will eventually pose a problem. But we could also, you know, draw a card that does a thing. I don't think that would be too much to ask. Scrutiny's kind of cool. Right now, we can just block that with a Silent Observer. Have I mentioned how amazing these things are? It is the Blue Terminate. Like, they can attack with it, but it's not doing anything. We just block it. They have a trick. We Scrutiny it. They're not killing anything. We're not killing it. I'll probably fire off the Scrutiny end of turn anyway. So this looks like a combat trick, but sure. Yeah. You got me. Sorry. I don't need to Geist Blast it. All that to try to get through a Silent Observer. They're so good. Yeah, I got clues too, buddy. Buddy guy friend. Look at all my lands. We're drawing too many lands. Well, Pyrehound's late to the party. But better late than never. I'm going to hold these because you know, I think it's okay to hold one land, although I could catalog into a bunch of stuff I want, including Tormenting Voice. Yeah, I think 2 lands we can keep in hand, plus they have to play around crap. Which is not irrelevant. Mingle, mingle, mingle. Imagine how much worse this would be going for us if that we had run out that Silent Observer earlier and they'd killed it. Like, I feel so safe with 2 of them. There's their blue mana. For an Illuminator. Okay. I mean, we're going to have to draw some action eventually. Catalog's a decent start. I'm going to go ahead and do it on my turn because it's not likely we're going to need it as a combat trick. And I might draw a creature that I want to cast. I'm also not going to Geist Blast this. The second one I think I maybe hold for their turn. Because I can't hit Rise from the Tides and cast it. I could hit another sorcery. Yeah, I suppose we could hit Tormenting Voice. So let's do that. Do I even care about Fiery Tempering anything? I really don't. I mean, it's cool to Madness it, but I just don't need to. And I think we are going to have to win with Rise from the Tides and just hope that it's not the bottom card of the deck. And I think I'm fine just passing here and leaving up the Temper. We can't Fiery Temper them because they have stupid Hexproof. But if we decide we want Sigarda dead, which I mean we probably do, we could do that and Geist Blast it. Right now we're sitting on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's a little bit of a problem there. I think I have locked myself into fiery tempering something this turn. Wow, they're not even attacking. Okay. Yeah, I kind of just want this in the graveyard, although it's neat with Tormenting Voice. But if I draw exactly Rise from the Tides and I can flash it back and Geist Blast it, I should... Yeah, let's see what we draw. Nagging Thoughts is an easy one to derp. We need that Rise from the Tides now. I'll take Dance with Devils. And I guess we can cast this guy. And probably dance end of turn and just kind of hope we hit that Rise from the Tides. I mean, eventually we can get this guy big enough that it's a problem and they have to deal with it. Because we're going to draw through our entire deck if we're not super careful now. I guess you've got a 1/10 chance every turn of drawing it, and I can make so many zombies. Why would you have that? I don't want you to have that. Now I'm in trouble and I feel stupid. I mean, the good news is we can block Siggy and kill her, but we're going to have to take a little bit of damage to do it. So we block here, we cast the Fiery Temper on her, that deals 6. Which I guess is fine. We're not, I don't think we're in danger of dying to the rest of the stuff. A combat trick kind of gets us here. So much prowess. We could make a bunch of 1/1 tokens next turn. I've just got to be careful that I don't die to some sort of stupid, like, swing with the team. Yeah, I'm going to have to do math in a minute. I hate doing math. So even if all their stuff does 1 point of damage, they've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 attackers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers. Because I keep thinking we're going to draw Wise from the Tides and win, but not if our life total's too darn low. This doesn't leave me enough to dance and flash it back. But we're still going to go for it. I also don't want this to die yet. That's why we're not attacking with the Pyre Hound. But we may very well be in the near future. Angelic Purge on my Pyre Hound. Okay. I don't like it, but that wasn't what we were looking for to kill you anyway. All right. Alright, so let's line up the blocks. I know I don't want this to hit us, and I may as well block here. This is a pretty easy block here, except it has flying, so you know you can't block flyers with non-flyers. Travis, that's just a thing that people know. People know that. So if we block like this and then kill these 2 tokens after combat, I think we're set up for a good Rise from the Tides turn, assuming they have nothing in their hand full of spells. Because we certainly don't have anything. Like I said, I don't want this to die. So I think these are decent blocks, like any combat trick gets me, but here we are. Bloop. Bloop. That board state looks a lot better. I see you'll be exploring the Drown Yard. Can we just draw Rise from the Tides? No, but I can draw that guy. I mean, I guess he's fine. We don't have any attacks. So why not have a ground blocker, I guess? Could save it so we have something to discard to Tormenting Voice. We're going to have that Geist Blast there all game, and it's never going to do anything. Please kill this idiot. It doesn't matter. Rise from the Tides. I've been wanting to draw it all game. I don't even know how many zombies it makes now. I can't count that high. Alright, Fiery Temper's fine. We'll just sit on it. Okay, that's fine. Everything is fine. We're gonna deck ourselves. Well, not if they crack their Warped Landscape, I guess. Alright. Block it, block it, block it. Island we don't need, so I think we just pass the turn. I mean, if Rise from the Tides is exactly the last card in the deck, I don't think we can actually win. Provided it's not, I can make so many zombies it's just stupid. And would actively like to. Still don't want that dead. I think I have to let that happen because their creature dying puts me on a 3-turn clock, whereas mine dying doesn't. I can always burn the Ernie when they attack with these and block here. I can also chump it for a turn with this if I want to. So like it might feel good to burn that, but I think we just need another turn to hit Rise. Gosh, this is so terrible. Because now my flyers are dead. So we may have to math again. If I draw Rise, I've got 6 in flashback, but I don't think I can survive, which means I think I have to Fiery Temper away Ernie and the Witch to be able to live. Well, if I'm getting rid of that, because I'm just dead in the air, right? Yeah. So if I kill Ernie and the Witch and draw Rise from the Tides, so they're not there. I'm taking 2 in the air. I have to block everything else. So these 2 are gone. I can block, 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 and I'm still dead. That means I have to draw a creature too. I don't think we have many draws that get out of this, but I think I have to use the mana this turn. I could use both of them on that, but that's not going to work. I think we're just too far behind. So that's dead, and we need Ernie dead. I guess if I draw Tormenting Voice into Rise, yeah, we're just at 3. We can't not block any of these things. I'm still going to do it because I want to see how many zombies I make. Because that's cool. Eight. That's a lot of zombies. Like, I might have something here. I could. I don't, but I could. What if I did? We just needed to draw that a little sooner. Gotta swing with the team. Oh, I die on my own upkeep with the witch if I kill it. But if I don't kill it, I may not be able to win, but I'm not dead this turn. Okay. It's 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We can attack for 20. I don't think it stops them, though. Yeah, we're just a little short. That attack gave us the time we needed. They have to block here, but meh. So many zombies. What if we had a double strike card? We could so win. I may have missed some points of damage early and been too worried about this accursed witch, because we basically lost to it. Like, if I could have dealt some damage to them somewhere. Oh, gods. Remember the very early part of the game where we're like, let's save these Gutstoff Arsonists so we can dirtle? We just didn't quite get there. That was close. We got to make the zombies. I thought we did everything. Alright, so we don't actually have a real answer for most of what they're doing. We could look at Whispers as an option to get rid of Siggy. We could look at the Moondrakes as just an option to be able to deal damage. I kind of do like the Broken Concentration when we know they have bombs and bad mana. So I'm sort of interested in these two spells. I don't really have a lot I can cut for them, though, if we're going to keep the deck doing what it does. Rattle Chains doesn't seem great. That seems like an easy cut. Let's take Rattle Chains out and put in something that can block Sigarda, as well as jump something, as well as just kill our opponent if we have to hit it, and that we're not going to feel too bad about discarding to a Catalog or a Tormenting Voice if we need to. I think that seems very reasonable. I would like to play first. And this seems quite keepable. Again, we'll take a little bit of damage from an early Fox, but what does the Fox say, you know? Catalog and Temper is a real thing. I feel like on the play we've got the drop on them. Even if they play the Fox, we can just Geist Blast it, and we're happy to fire that off at the first thing we see. The next turn we've got Catalog and Temper potentially. I kind of hope they play a target. That's not a great one, but why would you not do it? I guess we can... I don't mind taking 3, and we can wait to the end of their turn to see if they present a better target. Or try to cast a Griff's Boon or something stupid on it. It means if they don't have another play, we're at least denying them the use of those 2 mana, and I don't mind taking 3 damage. Also, the Arsonist just kind of blanket. But if they're not going to do anything, I'm on catalog. Yeah, I don't see a problem with having it dead. Alright, let's watch the world burn. We're pretty happy to flip that, or just mangle them and hit them for 5. I don't mind drawing it again. It's a good draw. We can hold 1 land for potential Tormenting Voice / catalog purposes. We do want to make sure we have 6 out and 1 in hand in case we draw the Moondrakes. But this is like the millionth time I've seen somebody doing, you know, multiple color shenanigans. So I'm starting to wonder if that's just viable in the draft format, or if some people are just not good at drafting. I'm not really sure. So I think I get a free hit in, right? Like, they're not blocking. If they are, we're fine with it. And like, maybe they're planning to chump it. I think I want to dance into turn. Like, they probably can't cast 2 spells. Maybe they can. But their mana's so wonky. Well, that helps. That does help. Mangler helps too, though. Yeah, it's going to make sure that ain't... Well, except it can't tack it. Because reasons. We can tap Sigarda. Which I probably do. Like, do I want to trade that for the Witch? I don't think that's what our deck wants to do. I think our deck wants to block their stuff. This is kind of where I got last time, but notice we've gotten in some damage. I could be wrong. I might be overvaluing this enchantment. Concoction's going to be a problem eventually. Maybe that means we just want to go aggro on them. I mean, in so much as we can. Like, if I flip this guy, maybe they're scared of it. What happens if I just swing team here? They block that. They block one of these. We ping it on the way back and they take 3. That's not great. We do have an answer for Siggy. I've got Geist Blast in hand. Yeah, it feels like saving this until I hit the Moondrakes or something is probably a better idea. And with them at 15 and us not having burn, I think we just pass here. Like, let's flip it and make it a threat. I wish we had a Reduce to Ashes for that Witch. I'd be really happy about that. But the ground game is basically over as soon as they want it to be. Makes me feel like they've got a combat trick, but sure, use it. Maybe not. Okay. You just wanted some teeth. I can get behind wanting some teeth. What I can't get behind is drawing all these lands. I still don't think we race by attacking with the Ravagers here, so... Like, one of the ways we can get out of this is by drawing those Moondrakes while they're tapped out of black. Because it'll get us in for 6 right then, and then 5 over the course of 2 turns, which should finish the game. We just kind of need to hit it now. Another Fiery Temper can kill Sigarda. Like, we've got stuff and things. We just don't have a lot of time. Well, we've got 11 minutes and 19 seconds, but the clock that Sigarda is putting on us is a little worse. They still haven't flashed this back. But I mean, I'm desperate enough now, I think we catalog. Alright, well, I can slam the Moondrakes next turn, right? 1, 2... I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana, and it's 5, 6, 7 to cast. I don't want to discard it. If I discard it and give my team flying, what happens? Not much. I think what happens here is we just pass on this and then see if we can get them to either tap out of black or kill this first or something. Okay, good. Well, I mean, air quotes, good. That means we can resolve the Moondrake, block Sigarda. Damn it. We're getting so close to having what we need, and they just draw all the answers. It's so bad. I will have you know that Granny is not kind. She's just not. And they're all humans. Alright, the gig is up. I think now we just have to suck it up and trade with that and accept that we're taking a point of damage every turn. Because taking 4 now is not good. I can only deal it to Sigarda, so I guess I will. Alright, so we have to cast Home Slice. The downside is we can block this turn. Oh, Tooth Collector protects us anyway. But I think we're kind of hurting here. Is this the second time in a row I've had a blue-red loss in the finals? I think so, because he just untaps and kills it. Hits us for 1,000,000 and we're kind of done. I guess I should be playing 4-color nonsense. It's not 4-color nonsense, to be fair. It's a white-green Delirium-based deck, and we haven't seen their entire deck to know what sort of fixing they have. Presumably they've got some more besides just the orchard and the landscape. Yeah, we're unfortunately just dead. Like, we block the 2 biggest things and still take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11... Yeah. Alright, well, we got close to living the dream. We had the zombies. We never actually got to kill somebody with Rise from the Tide zombies, but... Oh well, maybe next time. Apparently this is what I do, is draft blue-red decks and lose in the finals. I'll take it. You get the draft experience, 4 packs. It rocks. So thanks for tuning in, my friends. I will see you here next Monday on SeemsGoodMagic.com. And don't forget to check out the stream, twitch.tv/Simulan. Have a good one, my friends.